Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Amanda and let's do life together. I got my tablet here, so you know what that means? It's time to read some Reddit stories. I got some good ones here. They're from the subreddit relationship advice, and as somebody who's been in a couple of relationships before, I'm not qualified to do this, okay? My relationships have been disasters, but that doesn't stop me from trying to give relationship advice and do my best to help you guys out. So I picked about 3 of them, and while we get to that, let's see what we can find here. I gotta find my saved ones that I have. I picked 3 of them. Hopefully they're good, so we'll see. So the first one I have is, this one's kind of long, so bear with me here. My 29 female, my husband 37 male, lives with his parents full time and only comes to our house to sleep. Okay, let's see how this is. I'm not sure what it's going to be like, but we'll find out. I'm not even sure how to begin this. I just feel really alone, girl. I feel you. I feel alone every day, but let's keep rolling forward. My husband and I have been together for almost 6 years, married for a little over 1. I moved from Canada to the US to be with him, left behind my family, my friends, the life I knew, because I thought marriage would finally mean we'd share our lives for real. But now that I'm here, it doesn't feel like we live together at all. He spends most of the time at his parents' house. He goes there for breakfast every morning, works remotely from there, showers there, keeps all his stuff there, his clothes, his computer, everything there. I also work remotely, but I'm alone in our home every day. Around 3:30 p.m., I go over to join him for lunch. I help wash the dishes. Sometimes I stay longer just to be with him. At 6:30 p.m., we usually go to the gym together. That's one of the few parts of the day we share. But on days we don't go, I'm just home alone from after lunch until about 11 p.m. when he finally comes back home to sleep. He says I should be grateful, that I have it easy, that I don't appreciate how good my life is. But I didn't imagine marriage would feel like this, like I'm still waiting for it to begin. I try to hold things together. I do most of the chores at home. I try not to complain because, while he's really not here, I've also been the one buying furniture, decorating, slowly trying to make this place feel like a real home. He's never really bought anything for the house, I guess because he doesn't see it as is. But lately, I'm tired. I don't feel motivated to add anything else to this space, because no matter what I do, it still feels like it's just my space, not ours. Last weekend, he said we should save money and stop eating out. I agreed. I actually love cooking, but I don't really get the chance to because he always wants to eat at his parents' house. He says it's easier, that his mom does a better job, so I finally made lunch for him. I was excited, but for one of the dishes I used the wrong oil. We only have olive oil at the house, and he got so upset that he even called me a moron. Girl, you need to get out of this marriage. He also said I needed to learn from his mother and that I wasted so long to cook. 3 hours, including prep, cooking, and washing the dishes. I don't think I'll ever forget the way that felt. I had a miscarriage last year with him, and before that happened, he really wasn't there for me. I carried heavy suitcases by myself. He wasn't around for me that much. He was mostly busy with his own chores and his parents' chores. But during the miscarriage, he showed up. He was supportive. He even cried multiple times for the loss of our baby. And afterward, he told me that if I ever got pregnant again, he would move in and actually be present. So that's what it takes. It doesn't take being married. It takes being pregnant and having a child. Yeah, that's great. Now my period is 18 days late, but I've tested negative on pregnancy tests. And I asked his opinion of moving in. He says the solution for me to move into his parents' house so we can all be together. I know he wants to take care of them. They're getting older. He says it would make life easier. I get it. But I've already given up so much. I just really want my own space. I never really felt like I had my own space growing up. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like I'm disappearing. And when he's upset, sometimes he swears at me. He'll say things like, "What the is wrong with you?" or "You're a effing moron," or tell me I'm crazy. I hate it. I can't stop crying after he says things like that. I just break. But I don't think how he realizes how deeply it cuts. And the confusing part is we also have good times. He can be sweet and funny and supportive in certain moments. We laugh together sometimes, we go to the gym, we have quiet, peaceful weekends now and then. But it's like those moments never fully erase the weight of everything else. He also refuses to have an official wedding. I've told him so many times that it means something to me, but he says I care about the wrong things. And when I talk about my dreams or ideas, he shuts them down, says I need to be practical, just find another job. My current job is around 98K Canadian or CAD. Have a baby, help him buy another house so we can all live with his parents. He does pay for the mortgage, and since I'm earning CAD, he says he doesn't want me to contribute right now because the exchange rate is bad. But also made it clear he wants me to start using the USD as soon as possible to help him. And honestly, I feel bad that I can't contribute more financially. It makes me wonder if I even had the right to complain about how things feel. Like maybe I should keep quiet, be grateful, and stop asking for more. I don't know what to do. How has anyone felt in this marriage? Get out of this marriage. Divorce this man. He does not sound like he wants to be married to you. He doesn't appreciate you. He doesn't love you. He doesn't care about you. This guy is still a 37-year-old mama's boy. He cares more about his parents. He compares you to his mother. Get out of this marriage. You don't need to put up with this. This is abuse right here. This is emotional abuse when he says things like that to you. I've grown up with that before. I've had relationships like that before. Get out. Get out, because you do not need to deal with this kind of garbage. Okay, you are so much better than this piece of garbage man. Divorce him and live for yourself. That's what I can say, because he sounds awful. Okay. I know it's hard to get out of a relationship like that, but trust me, once you do, you will feel 10 times better. Divorce this man. Get out. That's all I can say. All right, my next one. This one's a little bit shorter, so. My 26 husband cheated on me, 26 female. Is this something I can get over? Let's find out. My 29 husband. I thought you said he was 26. Is he 26 or 29? Which one is it? Story isn't adding up here. My 29 husband cheated on me. Well, I felt like he cheated. On Valentine's Day, worst day to cheat, his job was selling flowers. He bought some, confessed his feelings for his coworker, and gave them to her. She rejected him and told him he has a wife at home. As she should. Good on her part. He felt guilty and confessed to me 2 days after. I was hurt, grabbed my things, and stayed with my parents for a few weeks until we started talking again. And I told myself I'd get him the opportunity to fix the mess that came about. I asked why he would do that and what was wrong with me. He said nothing was wrong with me. I gave him everything he could have wanted. He was just not happy with himself. He said he had been hiding his true self because I thought I would push away and leave him. We've been together for 6 years. I noticed a shift in his personality when one of his friends moved in with us 2 months ago. He got kicked out for not wanting to work/pay rent. His friend was always negative and felt like there was only one way to live life. So when my husband was doing things he wanted to be the friend would tell him it was wrong or say something like, "A man doesn't do that," or "This is why you're never going anywhere in life." So I understand where the confusion came from. He has always been good to me before the cheating. He motivated me to finish my schooling. He would do things around the house. and tell me, don't worry about the laundry because you're stressed out. I want to help you. When I was sad, he would buy me coffee. When we would argue, he'd be like, let's just tug it out. I don't want to argue with you. Since we decided to work on things together, it's been better. We do things differently, and he is more open. When I need reassurance, he always telling me that he's sorry and he feels guilty and he should have never done it, and he wishes he could go back in time. That he doesn't want to see me in pain. That even when I say I'm okay, he knows that I'm not, and he tries his best to make me feel better. But I'm still stuck on it. I'm still hurt. That someone who promised me it would never happen again let it happen. That's the one time I let my guard down and it happened. That he defended her when I would bring it up. That I think she did not reject him. Would he have physically cheated? I'm stuck on these what ifs. Is it an emotional affair? Something that I can move past? Is there ways that I can move past this? Okay. I don't condone cheating. That's not okay. If you cheat, what's the point of getting married or being in a relationship? At that point, just stay single. But it sounds like he's willing to work through this. So I think just keep doing your best to just work through this marriage. The trust has been broken. The trust has been broken. It's going to take a very long time for it to mend. So I understand your dilemma. I would say just keep doing your best to work it out with him if he's willing to put in the effort. And it sounds like he is doing the effort, but I get it. That's something you can't come back from. He hurt you in a way that you can never come back from. So I understand how you feel. That has to be one of the worst feelings in the world. Somebody that said that they would, spend the rest of your life together and be faithful to you broke that promise and that trust. So, like I said, I don't condone cheating. It's not okay. Should never do that. And yes, the trust has been broken and it will take a long time to mend. But if he's willing to work through it and he's willing to fix this marriage that he has broken, this is nothing you did wrong. He has broken this. I think just keep doing your best to just work through this with him. That's all I can say. I mean, I've never been cheated on before, so I don't personally know what that feels like, but I get how hard that would be to deal with something like that. I'm sorry you had to go through that. All right. One more story and then we'll be done for the day. This one's also pretty short, so we'll see how this goes. I, 27 male, overheard my sister, 25 female, confess her love for my fiance, 30 male. How do I confront her? Sister sound like a homewrecker, but we'll see. Using a throwaway since I don't want to attach this to my main since some friends follow it too. Anyway, so I'll get into it. My friend recently hosted a little party / get together for my sister since she had been gone her friend who was coming back up north after they broke up. It had been a few mutual friends along with some of her old high school buddies and some cousins. My fiance and I had gotten there a bit late, but we were excited to join the celebration, and I was mostly happy to see my sister again since she had been pretty distant and rarely texted or called. Nothing really happened other than some shots being poured and food being ordered until it was getting late and people started getting really drunk. Since wedding planning had been exhausting, my fiance and I were going to leave early. To sum it up really quick, I had been walking to the bathroom and past the bedroom, where I heard my sister crying into someone's arms. Originally, I was going to see if I could help or comfort her, but then I heard my fiance's name and paused. I definitely think I was a jerk for listening in, but I was curious and a bit drunk myself from what I gathered. She was sobbing about how seeing my fiance made it all real again, and that she didn't want to deny her feelings anymore, especially that she's getting married to me. What really stuck out to me was when she said she wanted him to notice her too. After that, and haven't told anybody about what I heard. Maybe I never saw the signs, but she was always so polite and friendly with my fiance. She knew him before anyone else, since we were in high school sweethearts, and I came out to her when I was struggling with my identity. It's just such a strange thing to hear this from her, but part of me wants to just blame it on drunk brain. She never said anything like this before, and even greeted him when we got to the party, and they connected on a mutual interest for a bit, and she was so warm to me too. I just want to confront her to see if she meant it, but I'm also just so terrified of the results of it all. My family has stayed drama-free, and I hate to ruin everything now, and my sister just got back from being away. I really need advice on how to proceed and how to ask her about it without causing a scene. The party was a week ago. I just feel sick whenever she messages me or calls or asks about wedding stuff or just general chatting. Something. Has anyone been in a situation like this before? TLDR, my sister confessed she couldn't deny her feelings about my fiance, and I don't know how to proceed. Your sister is just hurting right now because she just came out of a really long relationship and a pretty bad breakup with her boyfriend, so I don't think I would look and talk to her about it. Just kind of bring it up, be like, hey, I heard you say something about this, about my fiance. Do you mind if we talk about it real quick? Did you really mean it, or was it just something kind of like spur of the moment? You just weren't thinking about it? Like, what was up? Maybe just don't be rude about it, but I would confront her about it and just kind of be like, where is this coming from? And just kind of work from there. But I don't really, when people, excessively drink, they don't think. Their brains just leave their minds. So I don't think I would look past it. She might have just not been thinking. Would still confront her about it, That's what I would say. So it's a long video, I know, but I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it anyway, and just stuck through it with me here. But if you did like it, please press the subscribe button and click the little bell icon to be notified every time I upload a new video. And then just let me know in the comments below what you want to see more of, or if you have any crazy stories about relationships or anything, because girl, I could tell you mine. We'd have a whole book written about mine. So yeah, that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next week.